It was a frigid Friday night when Mark, an Uber driver with a fascination for the supernatural, steered his way through the poorly illuminated streets of an unfamiliar town. The app pinged, signaling a pickup request from an enigmatic address on the city's outskirts. Despite a subtle unease that pricked at his senses, the allure of a substantial fare pushed Mark to accept the ride. Approaching the destination, a thick fog descended, shrouding the area in an eerie mist that obscured visibility to just a few feet. The GPS led Mark to a dilapidated mansion, rising from the mist like a spectral apparition. The gates groaned open, inviting him in. Anxious but curious, Mark took a deep breath and rolled into the ominous driveway. Ivy adorned the mansion's facade, and its windows emitted a feeble glow, casting an otherworldly ambiance. Mark double-checked the address, confirming that this was indeed the pickup location. A shiver ran down his spine as he waited, the seconds stretching into what felt like hours amid the oppressive silence. Abruptly, the mansion's front door swung open, revealing a figure cloaked in shadows. A tall, slender man with piercing eyes approached the car, his face obscured by the darkness. He entered the back seat without uttering a word. Mark, unsettled by the enigmatic passenger, hesitated but initiated the trip as instructed. The man guided Mark through a labyrinth of deserted roads, twisting and turning into the unknown. Attempting small talk, Mark found his passenger unresponsive, fixated on the darkness outside. The only audible sounds were the rhythmic hum of the engine and the occasional creak of the chassis. As they reached an isolated stretch of road, the man abruptly directed Mark to stop. Confused, Mark complied. The man exited the car, vanishing into the inky blackness. Mark strained his eyes, attempting to discern any signs of the mysterious passenger, but he was swallowed by the night. Unease escalated to fear as Mark heard faint whispers and eerie footsteps approaching the car. Panic set in, and he fumbled with his phone, desperately trying to cancel the ride. The whispers grew louder, and shadows danced in the periphery of his vision. In a final desperate attempt, Mark revved the engine and sped away from the haunted stretch of road. The fog clung to the car as if resisting its escape. Glancing in the rearview mirror, he half expected to see the ghostly figure in the back seat. After what felt like an eternity, Mark reached the city limits, the fog dissipating as if banished by the urban lights. He pulled over to catch his breath, hands trembling as he ended the trip. The mysterious passenger's fare was paid in full, but the experience left Mark questioning the thin veil between the living and the unknown, forever haunted by the memory of that fateful night.